Hey everybody, Adam Wells Photographers here with you for another episode of Straight Talk on Photography here at the lower portion of Devil's Kettle Falls in Minnesota. And I have the long-awaited, well, an update of Breakthrough Photography's magnetic filter holder system. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be showing this, but I didn't want to wait any longer. This is their updated version of their first magnetic filter holder. And this one, I won't tell you too much about it just in case, but this one is a little bit thicker and it is geared. And I have to say that it makes turning the filter, which is this here, this is their dark CPL filter, it makes it turning a lot easier. I have to say it's a lot more subtle. Overall, I really like it. As you notice, it is a little bit thicker than the previous version, which I don't have with me, but it was in a video I did on their X100 graduated neutral density filter holder, which I just used with this. But honestly, the X100 graduated neutral density filter holder doesn't actually clip onto this very tightly, but the magnetic filter holder fits in just like that. And if you shake it really hard, yeah, it kind of makes me nervous. If you shake it really hard, it will come out, but under normal conditions, I don't think so. But if you have it on your camera, really bang it down hard against your leg or your body, that may come off. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this is their dark CPL. It's a circular polarizer that's about a 3-stop neutral density filter. It's very easy to get fingernails in between the filter holder and the filter. Gloved hands, I'm not so sure, but overall it works well. I'm going to post a photo I just took here with the dark CPL and with the dark CPL with the addition of their 3-stop GND filter with the X100. So, this has been Adam Wells. Hey, through the magic of the internet, I guess, I'm now back home from that waterfall up in Minnesota, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about the X100 magnetic adapter wheel and the X100 magnetic adapter ring from Breakthrough Photography. This is the one I didn't have up there with me, and I want to show you that picture I made of the waterfall using the magnetic adapter wheel, the magnetic dark CPL, and the X4 GND 2-stop. Yeah, I think I called it a 3-stop in the video, but it is a 2-stop GND filter. They all perform really, really well, and I'm going to show you the picture, and then I'm going to talk some more about these filters, because I know a lot of you folks asked a lot of questions about how the magnetic filters stay in the holder, were they sturdy, some of the vignetting, that kind of thing. And we're going to talk about all of that right now. So this is the set of images I shot using the magnetic dark CPL from Breakthrough. This is of the upper falls of Devil's Kettle Falls in Minnesota. I'm not sure why they call it upper falls, because it is actually below the Devil's Kettle Falls. But anyway, I digress. This was shot at, I believe, 0.8 seconds, ISO 100 f16. And you can see how everything's blown out. Way too bright without that neutral density filter, which is essentially the circular polarizer that is dark, their dark CPL. And this is the one with the circular polarizer applied, the dark CPL applied rather. And I believe the aperture on this one is f14 and 0.4 seconds. So I actually downed the exposure time just a little bit, but you can still see the drastic difference that the dark CPL made. And really I just wanted to have a look at the color cast and the vignetting, of which there is not, and of course the sharpness really hasn't been diminished any at all. It's still very, very sharp. That's something I've come to expect from all of Breakthrough Photography's filter products. I will mention also that I went ahead and put the X100 filter, the GND filter, on there, I believe with the 3-stop soft gradient filter. But you can see that it really helped out with that sky, even more so than just with the dark CPL would. When I zoom in here, You can see the motion in the trees. That would have been impossible with just the CPL only. You can see the little bit of the gradient line here, that soft graduation from the dark to the light. And even with the dark CPL and the 3-stop GND filter on there, it's really no loss in sharpness or color cast, vignetting, anything like that. And this was a fairly long exposure. This was I believe 2-second exposure at f16 ISO 100, and it really looks good. I have to say that I was very impressed with the quality in both sharpness and the lack of color cast and vignetting from the X4 magnetic dark CPL. So like I said, the vignetting, the sharpness, the color cast, all that stuff, virtually non-existent with those new magnetic filters. I have to say though, I wish the magnet was a little bit stronger on the magnetic wheel. It's perfect on the magnetic ring, but I want to show you exactly what I mean by that when we look at these two filter holders side by side. Alright guys, so this is the magnetic adapter wheel from the video. I wanted to show this a little bit better and compare it to the X100 magnetic adapter ring that I didn't have with me over at the waterfall. I have to admit, I think I was a little bit confused between what these two products actually are and what they're meant to do. I was, when I was sent this, I was under the impression this was the updated version of this. That is not the case from what I've gathered. This is the magnetic adapter ring. Focus that in. This is the magnetic adapter ring that is made to be used with the X100 GND filter holder. That was a little bit of confusion. This is what actually snaps right into the holder, like so. And I was a little bit confused because this X100 GND holder did not fit this wheel, the X100 magnetic wheel, and there's a reason for that. It's actually not meant to. This adapter ring is made to go with the GND holder, and it's a separate item, separate price. I believe this is 12 bucks on 12 bucks on Breakthrough Photography's website. The adapter wheel is a whole different animal. This is the, I believe it's a prototype, and it's available early this fall, so probably not too much longer, and these will be available. These are made to be used with, exclusively used with the magnetic filters, the new magnetic filters that you saw in the video. And even though these filters work with the X100 adapter ring, which is in turn compatible with the X100 GND holder that I have here. Let me see if I can put this in here backwards. There we go. So that snaps in. You can manipulate the X100 filter holder itself and turn the magnetic filter independently, which works really well. And in the video, I think I mentioned that I was using the I think the 3-stop GND, which was actually this. I was wrong about that. This is the 2-stop GND that I was using, and this dark CPL I was using in the video is actually a 6-stop and not a 3. So I was a little bit confused there too, but I hope you forgive me. So just a few quick thoughts now that I have these two adapter, rather magnetic adapter rings side by side here. You can see, and I still have the dark CPL loaded in the X100 magnetic adapter ring here. You can see that this adapter ring is quite a bit thinner in profile than this one. And I have to say, when I first got the magnetic wheel in, I was a little bit taken aback by this. Can you hear that? It's got a fairly audible, maybe geary, kind of geared grind to it, which is actually the reason for that is because it has gears in it, but it is incredibly smooth to turn, and it's really great to get a hold of, especially if you have gloved hands, you know, in the winter time, or maybe it's a little wet outside. This extra grip is excellent, and I really like that about this ring. This one, like I said, I think is going to be available early fall. You can find it on the website now. I think it's like a pre-ordered kind of thing. I think it's like 24 bucks. Both of these are, like I said, are really cheap for what they are. All the stuff at Breakthrough that I've reviewed over the years and had experience with over the years has been really top quality for the price. And I think I showed in the video that it's a little, I guess, nerve-wracking, because these will not come out under normal use, at least from this holder. Now when you put them in the X100 magnetic wheel, I'm not sure if the magnet is not as strong in this. Like, you can shake it like that, but if you get kind of rough with it, it will pop out of there. The same thing is true with the regular CPL, magnetic CPL, which is what I have here. It'll come out fairly easily if the filter holder is jostled quite a bit. You know, if you hit it pretty hard on your leg, that's probably going to come out of there. Overall though, I have to say, really like this new filter system that's coming through from Breakthrough Photography. The folks over there, as I said, really, they don't make a bad product in my opinion. So I think you're going to like these too. So there you have it, the Breakthrough Photography magnetic filter system. Pretty cool. I had seen the, I think it was the X-Zoom filter system from, I think Monfrado maybe put that out. I may be mistaken about that, but that was the only other magnetic filter system that I had saw. To me, these, they're awesome, I have to say. Oh, and if you hadn't checked out the video on the X100 GND filter holder, I'll put a link down there in the description to that. Check that out too, because that's another nice piece of kit from Breakthrough. Oh, and one more thing. In the last video on shutter speed, I had mentioned the giveaway item, the K&F Concept Variable Neutral Density Filter. The winner of that filter I've posted down in the description, because just right now I realized that I forgot to actually check. And so check the description down below and you'll find the winner to this, which incidentally reminds me of something else. This tripod was a giveaway item a couple months ago. It never got claimed, so it's up for grabs again. It's the K&F Concept TM2524 travel tripod. Nice, nifty, lightweight, compact tripod. That is going to be the giveaway item for next month. So subscribe, check back next month, see if you won yourself a brand new tripod. So that wraps up another episode of Straight Talk on Photography. I'm Adam Welch. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe for more cool videos like that. And as always, plenty of sombreros. I'm not really doing anything. Oh, the internet.